Before I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was just finishing my A-levels. I was hoping to go on a year abroad before university to go volunteering. I was going to study French and music at university down Southampton. I was reasonably healthy. I played quite a bit of sport, and I was very musical. I played the trumpet, so I was just kind of average kind of guy. So I started to feel symptoms of a chest infection just probably around a month before my diagnosis. I kind of felt my shortness of breath, coughing, and a pain in my right lung. I went to the doctors and had antibiotics 3 times, but none of them worked. I came to be diagnosed when I went to America for my dad's wedding. My dad and my stepmom noticed that I was looking quite unwell. I was quite skinny and looking quite tired. You know, the kind of things you wouldn't notice on a day-to-day basis. And so he took me to a lung specialist over there who saw there's something wrong. So he put me through for various x-rays and CT scans. And 3 days later, I had a biopsy and they diagnosed cancer. When I heard the word cancer, I was absolutely gutted. But at the same time, I was confused and shocked. I had no idea what it meant. I hadn't expected that at all. I wasn't expecting, I didn't even know they were looking for cancer up until I heard the word. So I was very shocked and just had a big lack of knowledge to what any of it meant. So I came back to England pretty much straight away. I went to St James to get treated. We didn't know exactly what type of cancer it was, but so I started on treatment for what they thought was germ cell tumour for 1 cycle. But 3 weeks later, I found out the full diagnosis for lung cancer. So then we moved straight on to cisplatin and vinorelbine, which is the lung cancer treatment. But then it started growing again, so I had to go back onto chemotherapy at the beginning of the summer. And now I've just finished my second batch of chemo 4 weeks ago, so now I'm on a break, which is good. Personally, I've never smoked, but the first question I often get asked when telling people about a diagnosis is, have you ever smoked? And to be honest, I really don't blame them for asking that, because before I was diagnosed, that's a question I would have asked someone as well. As wrongly, that's what you'd assume. So, living with lung cancer now, obviously there are some restrictions. I can't go on a year abroad volunteering, I can't move away to go to university at Southampton, but it hasn't really stopped me from doing what I want to do, because I decided to go to university here in Leeds, and I've done so much in this past year that I wouldn't have done normally. Really, I've walked the coast to coast walk with my dad. I've gone to see and meet my favourite pianist with my mum, and also at university I got myself a girlfriend. So good things do happen, and you just got to move on with it, and that's what I've tried to do, really. And lung cancer hasn't particularly stopped me from doing a lot of things I wanted to do. If you feel any symptoms of a chest infection, don't assume that it's just as simple as chest infection. Go to the doctor to get it checked out. If I was to have to give one piece of advice to someone who's newly diagnosed, I'd just to be, don't let it take over your life, and don't let it stop you doing what you want to do. You don't have to sit there waiting for the next appointment. You can instead go out and do something, and you can still be active, you can still live your life.